oyina kyowetaaga okumanya ku lutalo luno olwa Tigray. Program ya leero egenda tunulira ensonga ezo na biki by'olina okumanya oba by'olina okutegeera ku lutalo oluli mu Tigray mu nsi ya Ethiopia.
The Tigray War is an ongoing armed conflict that began around midnight of 3rd to 4th November 2020 in the Tigray region of Ethiopia. The special forces of the Tigray regional government are fighting the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, the latter being aided by the Ethiopian Federal Police, Regional Police, and other forces. The Tigrayan special forces received reinforcements from defecting soldiers and other groups of people. They were integrated into the Tigray Defense Forces. All sides have committed war crimes during the conflict. Mass extrajudicial killings of civilians took place during November and December 2020 in and around Adigrat, Hagera, Salema, and other areas. Following the end of the Ethiopian Civil War in 1991, Ethiopia became a dominant party state under the rule of the Ethiopian People's Revolution Democratic Front, a coalition of ethnically based parties dominated by the Tigray People's Liberation Front. The founding and most influential member was the TPLF, and the chairman was Meles Zenawi, who was the Prime Minister of Ethiopia until his death in 2012. On 4th November 2020, the TPLF and Ethiopian National Defense Force soldiers came into conflict during the TPLF attacks on ENDF Northern Commando Headquarters in Makele, the 5th Battalion Barracks in Dasha, and other command bases. Several people were killed, and the TPLF claimed that the attack was carried out in self-defense. According to the United Nations, some 2.3 million children have been cut off from desperately needed aid and humanitarian aid. Since the start of the conflict, the Ethiopian federal government has strictly controlled access to the Tigray region. Ethnic profiling against Tigrayans occurred during the Tigray War, with Ethiopians of the Tigrayan ethnically being put on indefinite leave from the Ethiopian Airlines or refused permission to board, prevented from overseas travel. As we conclude today's fact file on the Tigray War, protests in diaspora angered by happenings in the regions have taken place in a number of areas, including Washington DC, Stavanger in Norway, South Africa, Malibu in Australia, The Hague in Netherlands, Wellington in New Zealand, Milan in Italy, several Canadian cities, Switzerland, and in London.
Neanza gwena abadala ba program yaffe ya leero ebyafaayo bya Tigray. Kwanza gwena abadala ba program yaffe ya leero sigadde ndi Deogratias Sayunitwe ku channel yaffe Nganzi Prince Media TV. Mubeere bulungi mwera.